For decades, Hollywood teased us with a world where police could stop a murder before the first drop of blood was spilled. In 2002, it was nothing more than high-budget movie fiction. But in 2026, that fiction has become our daily reality. Across our cities, invisible reticles are locking onto the movements of millions. Calculating, predicting, and waiting. The lens is always watching, reflecting the neon pulse of the digital street. Every city has its hotspots, and every hotspot has a code. While a burglar is just starting to break a window, a computer miles away has already flagged the crime. The loading bar is moving, calculating the probability of chaos. A shadow in an alleyway is no longer just a shadow. It's a data point. Today, police are no longer just responding to crime. They are trying to outrun it, using the power of math. Can an equation really predict a murder before it happens? The gavel of justice is now made of silicon and circuits. Every swipe of your card, every license plate scanned, and every word you type is a thread in a massive digital web. A giant eye made of binary, watching every move we make. Stacks of hard drives, humming with the secrets of a billion lives. Drones look down on our highways, tagging every car with a name, a speed, and a history. Your location is always on. You are never truly alone. Even the way you walk is being analyzed for hidden patterns. Social media feeds are being scanned for keywords. A protest, a fight, or a threat triggers a neon yellow alert. The badge of the future is hidden behind a social media logo. An eye is scanning the screen, looking for the smallest hint of trouble. Our cities now have digital twins, wireframe worlds, where data streams flow through the streets like water. A blur of spreadsheets containing the movements of an entire population. 100 billion data points collected every single day. Deep inside the neural network, nodes are lighting up, recognizing weapons, identifying threats in the blink of an eye. It is a black box. Even the creators don't fully understand how it decides. A risk score of 89% can change a life forever. On the digital map, a neighborhood turns from green to blood red as the clock ticks closer to the predicted event. Dispatchers are watching. They are waiting for the signal to move. Friday night is circled in red. The math says something is coming. A mouse hovers over a profile. With one click, a person is flagged as high risk before they've even left home. A complex formula written on glass is the new law of the land. A robot hand shakes a human hand, a partnership between man and machine. Pattern matching is the ultimate goal. When the shapes fit, the alert sounds. A match has been found. Your fingerprint is now part of the global microchip. History doesn't just repeat, it is programmed to do so. Inside the patrol car, the laptop beeps. It isn't a call for help, it's a GPS route to a crime that hasn't happened yet. The siren spins, but there is no sound. A pin drops on an empty street corner. The algorithm says this is the spot. Officers stand in the shadows, looking at their tablets. They are waiting for a shadow to move, exactly like the AI predicted. An empty alleyway, cold, foggy, and full of potential danger. Predictive policing is the new standard for modern law enforcement. On the split screen, the world looks peaceful. But the AI sees a fight breaking out in exactly 10 minutes. The clock is counting down. Every second brings the prediction closer. A hand reaches for the radio. The tension is rising. A body cam captures the moment of contact. A car is pulled over, not for a traffic violation, but for a suspicious association. The driver is confused. How can you be guilty of a future association? Reasonable suspicion has been replaced by AI suspicion. This is the digital baseball card. It tracks your history, your friends, and calculates your future crime risk, like a game score. A silhouette in a hoodie is now a list of statistics. Names are being stamped as high risk before they ever reach adulthood. In the social network graph, redness spreads like a virus. If your friend is a suspect, the algorithm says, you are too. A chain link fence, the boundary between the innocent and the flagged. The machine doesn't see friendships, it sees liabilities. A new digital era of guilt by association. At the subway station, the facial recognition scanner flashes. A warrant is pending, identified in a fraction of a second. The iris scan, the ultimate, unchangeable ID. A scarf is no longer enough to hide from the machine. A mother holds a letter, She has been told her son is on the strategic subject list, a list of future suspects. The heat list is real. It is a document of predicted behavior. The gavel slams down, ending a story before it even began. The hardware of the future is here. Sleek drones launch from patrol cars, zooming into the sky, to be the eyes that never blink. Thermal imaging reveals the heat of every human soul. Microphones on street lamps are listening for the sound of a gunshot. ShotSpotter technology triangulates the sound instantly. A drone is dispatched before the echo even fades. Sound waves spike violently, a digital heartbeat of a city in pain. Robotic dogs are the new foot soldiers in the urban jungle. Smart street lamps change color when they detect a crowd. They are the silent signals that the AI is watching. A 360-degree camera, seeing everything from every angle. The city is watching you, and it never takes a break. Visors scan the crowd with X-ray precision. They can see a weapon concealed under a jacket before a hand ever reaches for it. The metal detector archway has moved to the street corner. A wireframe handgun, the final piece of the puzzle. In some cities, the data looks promising. Burglary rates are dropping, and streets feel safer thanks to predictive math. Headlines announce a 30% cut in local crime. Neighborhoods are quiet, and children are playing in the sun. But the system isn't perfect. A glitch in the code, and an innocent grandmother is flagged as a gang leader. A confused elderly woman, caught in a digital net she doesn't understand. False positives are the hidden cost of a safe city. People are being arrested for things they haven't done. They shout their innocence, but the officer points to the tablet. Error 44. Logic has not been found. A pile of paperwork representing the lawsuits of the wrongly accused. Sometimes, the system simply crashes. Server rooms overheat, and the digital dream turns into a nightmare. Scandal leads to failure. Some cities are turning the AI off. A broken camera hanging by a wire is a symbol of the struggle. Here is the uncomfortable truth. While drug use happens everywhere, the AI only sends police to the poorest neighborhoods. It is a feedback loop. We find crime where we look for it. The magnifying glass is focused on the same people every time. If an AI learns from a biased past, it will paint a biased future. It sees one color and ignores the rest of the canvas. Diverse faces, but only some are boxed in red. The scales of justice are tipped heavily to one side. Garbage in, garbage out. If we feed the machine dirty data, it will produce dirty predictions. Mugshots from the past are haunting the citizens of the future. Past bias will always lead to future bias. People are taking to the streets. They are demanding an end to the digital surveillance that profiles their lives. I'm not a data point. I am a human being. The riot gear is ready. The tension is at a breaking point. Imagine sitting in your home, but the walls are made of glass. Satellites and sensors are watching you, even when you think you're alone. 1984 was a warning, not a guidebook. Your smart devices are the microphones of the state. You walk down the street, and every camera gives you a checkmark. Your heart rate, your pace, your destination are all recorded. Elevated heart rate detected. Are you nervous or just running late? The terms and conditions that no one ever reads. But what happens when the watchers are hacked? A laptop clicks, and the names on the pre-crime list are leaked to the public. Anonymous faces in a digital war. Who is watching the watchman? In a world with no secrets, laser lines connect every person to a central tower. We are living in a web of light and digital chains. A cage made of light. There is nowhere left to hide. A scared eye looking through a digital keyhole. By 2030, the human officer might be gone. Fully autonomous robots will patrol our malls and our streets without emotion. Flying cruisers, the new sky of law enforcement. A holographic judge passing sentence in a millisecond. We will enter a world of preventative justice. Seeing the crime before it happens in a virtual reconstruction of the future. Preventive justice, the ultimate goal of a smart city. A sunrise over a world that is safe but silent. Drones, code, eyes, maps. The revolution is here. Building a world where everything is known and nothing is a surprise. We all want safety, but are we willing to pay the price? Safety or freedom? The choice is yours. As the screen fades to black, we have to ask ourselves, in a world with no crime, is there any room for humanity? Subscribe for more glimpses into the future. Join the revolution.